All right, we have head coach Kristy Curry along with Nene Bolton and Ashley Williams. We'll start with an opening statement from coach about how practice has been going thus far, and then we'll take questions for coach and the student athletes.
Thanks, Jess. Thank you guys for being here. We appreciate you taking time out of your day to come a little early. We're 16 days in, and I'm as excited as I've been. Thrilled with this team's commitment that started in the summer with our strength coach, Terry Jones, and our trainer, Mallory Crockett. The individualization that they put into our summer program and the chance to have really and truly a full spring and summer with our staff there has made a big difference in our team. Not only physically, not only stamina-wise, but we're healthier than we've been. So the summer set the tone to vault into the fall with our individual workouts, and now, like I said, we're 16 days in. So as pleased as I've been where you expect to be and want to be headed into our fourth season. The trip to the NIT and a chance to get to the postseason for the first time in 5 years is important to experience that, and we're looking forward to having the opportunity to be here November the 4th, November the 11th, the doubleheader with the men, but absolutely thrilled to be in Coleman Coliseum. It's a step forward. We love our home on a daily basis in Foster, but there are a lot of positive steps forward from each individual player to the move to Coleman, to so many little things that we see on a daily basis, and we're extremely excited about our year ahead.
Questions, raise your hand, we'll get you a mic.
This is for all of you. How excited are you to return to Coleman, and how much of that was predicated on recruitment, and how much of it just was game day atmosphere?
I think it was twofold. I will say that we are very, very thankful for our daily home, to have our offices and have a great facility. As beautiful as Foster is, there were a lot of thoughts and plans that initially went into that project, and it's been very good for our program. It's been a tremendous home court advantage. There can't be a better home court advantage as far as the crowd being right on top of you. Now, when you think about the magnitude of this step forward, there are a lot of things that you take into consideration. And as we looked at the pros were more than the cons, because we had an opportunity to have, number one, a practice facility in no particular order. Number two, consistently heard from our fans on parking, consistently heard from our fans on chairback seating. And as you know, a lot of our crowd are a lot of older folks that are retired. And then, so those were two important factors, but I can't say that, I can also say that we feel like that we've grown the program, that if we're going to continue to grow our attendance, we're up 50+% in season tickets. And, at some point in that arena, the seating became where maybe there wasn't the greatest seat in the house to continue to grow, expand. So for our own current team, and then probably at the top of the list, there's no question it's a recruiting issue, and there's no question that it's impacted recruiting tremendously. To be able to sit in the home September the 9th through the 29th and not express that in anything other than we're stepping forward and we're moving forward. We've got a great facility to practice in, and now we're playing in Coleman. So we understand this is a big environment with 15,000 seats, and there's been a tremendous amount of time spent on how do we manage that and how do we handle that. We've sold out 92 courtside seats. We've ordered 30+ standards that we're going to push everyone to a certain spot. So there's not been a spur-of-the-moment decision. This has been a process from year 1 to year 2 to year 3. So we're thrilled. I'll let them speak from a player's perspective, but from a coach's perspective, there were many factors that went into this move forward. And again, we're proud of our daily home, and we're proud to be playing in Coleman.
We're excited about moving to Coleman. Well, we've had a lot of big wins in Foster, but we're planning to have a lot of big wins here as well. So we're excited about it.
I'm also excited to play here in Coleman. I mean, I've had some of my best games, like the season opener last season, and just excited to be able to come here and have that game day atmosphere day in and day out at Coleman Coliseum.
For Kristy, you have a kind of a unique roster this year in that you have no seniors and 4 juniors. How has that worked in terms of leadership? How are those juniors sort of taking over the team for you?
Well, we have our core leadership group, and those 4 that will be at half court for each game and represent us as captains are the first recruiting class. That's Mio Knight, Hannah Cook, Nene Bolton, and Ashley Williams, which would be a senior, was the one player that would have been, but obviously with the red shirt last season. So those are our core group, and was part of our first recruiting class, those first 3. And it's just the way the numbers dictate. Obviously, there's a reason why we're here, and to improve that recruiting and to get our numbers back to where we want it to be. So it's just a situation, the way the numbers have dictated. But again, it's exciting to be where we're at right now and know that everyone's returning. And I'm not worried, because I think that these 4 players I just mentioned have been thrown into so many tough situations. From having to grow up quickly. It's like you got to pull your bootstraps up a little quicker, and you got to grow up. And they've had to grow up through some adversity, through some really good things that have happened, and they've had a lot of experiences to draw from. So I have no doubt that they're ready to lead and will do a good job with it.
Coach, you've got roughly half your roster is transfers or freshmen. How big is this exhibition game in terms of developing chemistry and also kind of learning more about your team?
Well, we have a scrimmage that we'll go on the road for upcoming, which I really can't advertise. So we're going to take them on the road. And then we'll also, have the exhibition where we'll put our jerseys on and the lights will be on, and a real experience. But I tell you what, we tried to do more in practice against our practice squad is spend more time scrimmaging in-game situations, special situations. And so we feel like headed into the scrimmage we have coming up and the exhibition that we put ourselves in a position to be more prepared than we've been in the past. And we have a lot of more depth that allows you to be more prepared and to go, practices have been more competitive, and that's because of the depth. So it's been a positive to have the roster the way it is now.
Ashley, a couple questions for you. First of all, how does it feel to be back, and how are you feeling physically? And secondly, how rough was it for you not being able to go last year?
I'm very excited to be back. Taking off last year and just seeing it from a different point of view. Learning what I need to do better, what my teammates need to do better, and then coming to them and showing them what we need to do. So I'm happy to be back.
Are you feeling good?
I'm feeling real good.
Yeah.
Coach Curry, including the exhibition, I think you have 10 of your first 11 at home. You like the way the schedule sets up?
We do like the way the schedule's set up. We were supposed to have another road game. There was a facility conflict, but obviously we've got to improve on the road. And I also feel like, and maybe this is coach speak, but I love the bigger environment over here, more space in between the goal and the backdrops, and just the huge environment. That's what we go into on the road every night. And so, at times Foster gets so close and secure, and we're so safe in that blanket there, that I feel like playing our home games in Foster, in Coleman, will give us a better opportunity on the road. So, in the future, we're continuing to build toward more road games, but it didn't fall exactly the way we wanted with the schedule conflict there on one. But it is what it is. It's about being as good as we can be every day, and whether we're home or away, we've got to continue to just take care of the day at hand.
Any other questions? No.
Just for the players, obviously, Coach Curry just kind of mentioned, the bigger space in the arena. What's it like for y'all to kind of play in this wide open arena compared to maybe what you dealt with at Foster?
I think it's very exciting. I mean, having the Crimson Chaos being right there on the court, and just the atmosphere that the students bring and the fans. I mean, it's a great atmosphere to play in.
Same as what she said, because we do go on the road and most gyms are like this. So just playing here and then getting used to this is going to be okay for us once we go on the road.
Anything else? All right, thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thank
We're all
you.
tied.